What's up, Aries? How y'all doing? We're going to take a little look here and see what's going on with you guys for the last half of February. I'm going to try to see if I can hit on some other scenarios that I haven't touched on yet. Or we'll just go ahead and do the normal thing and look for timeline changes, other details, whatever, man. You never know what's going to come through. If any of you need a personal reading, the information on how to go about doing that is in the description of this video. All right, I want to start this off with the new person. Haven't done that one yet. Person you just very recently connected with. If you're not here inquiring about a new person you recently connected with, sit tight. I'll get to you in a minute. How's the energy looking between Aries and the new person they recently connected with? 3 shuffles. 1, 2, and 3. Blue booty blue 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 blue. Oh, Queen of Swords reversed. Uh-oh. This person's starting to get on your nerves a little bit. That's what this is telling me. I don't know, I'm getting a lot of conflicting information here, but the very first thing yelling at me is that something about this person digs up under your skin a little bit. You may not even really be able to put a finger on exactly what it is. I mean, we do have the Devil card here. That's not really surprising. So it may kind of feel like it's mainly a sexual connection. I guess maybe for some of you, they could have some kind of addiction issue. I don't know, but it's not really telling me. So since it's not telling me, that can only lead me to believe that you can't put your finger on it either, you know? And it'd be like that sometimes. Sometimes you be around somebody and maybe it's just their face, you know, or something that just digs up under your skin, or the way they talk or something. I don't know. I'm not seeing any. I mean, the only concerning card that comes out is the Devil card. And I mean, not to downplay this, but there's no other concerning energy surrounding this at all. So, I mean, if there was to be like a 7 of Swords, King of Cups reversed, King of Swords reversed coming out, maybe, but I'm not really seeing any other concerning energy around this. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. That's weird. Well, okay, let's see. Let's look at their energy and their intentions. Sorry, I couldn't get more than that. That's all I could get out of that spread right there. All it would give me. Let's see their feelings, energies, and intentions. Are you intuitively picking up on something that is off about this person? Or are you just tripping? Ah, 10 of Wands, okay. Okay. Okay, yeah. Let me get the rest of this out here. So far, yeah, I don't really think you have anything to worry about. I mean, so intuitively, you're picking up on the fact that there's more than what meets the eye. And when we're put in a situation like that, we immediately default to the worst case scenario. And that makes perfect sense, because most of the time when you feel that funny off energy, they're up to no good. I don't really think this person's up to no good. I just think that there's a whole, how do I even say this? There's a whole list of bullshit that this person's bottling up, and they're wearing a fake smile to cover it up. You know? I mean, it could be family problems, past relationship, money problems, problems at work. This person's carrying burdens that for some reason, they don't want to let you in on it. I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe they don't want to push you away, or maybe they just don't want to appear weak. I don't know. But, I mean, it feels like this person has feelings for you. Maybe they're just not really accustomed to sharing their problems with anybody. You know? It's really easy to get stuck in that mindset where nobody cares. I'm just going to keep it to myself. I'm not going to burden you with my problems. I'm just going to wear a fake smile and pretend that everything's okay. But, you know, that'll only get you so far. Especially if you get around an intuitive person, you can wear that fake smile all fucking day. You ain't going to fool an intuitive person. They're going to know something's off. But I don't really see anything that you need to worry about necessarily. I don't think they're playing any games or anything. You know me, I'm going to tell you. Oh, I'm going to fucking tell you if I see it. You know me. I don't see it here. I don't see it. I just think they're bottling up and hiding. Like shit that has nothing to do with you, you know? They mean well. All right, well, I guess let's get the advice. About all we can do from this point. What's the advice? Well, this would also depend on how long you've been dealing with this person. If it's only been a month or two, the best thing you can really do, and this is tricky, do the best you can to let it be known. Be sure that you provide an environment in your presence where it's known that you can open up to me and it's cool. I'm not judging you for nothing. That's tough to do. That's tricky. You know, very, very tricky. And most people don't want to have their guard up. Deep down, they don't want to have their guard up. Most people want to be able to let their guard down and let somebody in and be able to trust them. So as long as they're looking for that and you provide an environment in which this person feels safe opening up, and maybe you could open up first. That's what I always recommend. Be the change you want to see. Open up first. You know, this could turn into something successful. It really could. The concern is that at the same time, that can be frustrating, can it? That can be frustrating. Dealing with somebody that you feel something's off in there and that you feel like that smile is fake. You feel like they're bullshitting you about something. That can start to build tension, you know, and if the tension builds for too long, it could pop off and come out sideways. But there's actually a lot of potential here. Or maybe sometimes you just got to let people do what they're doing and be themselves and handle their shit their own way sometimes. I don't know, but this could turn into a life partnership. It does have the potential. But that still takes work. It still takes work. There will still be challenging times. There will still be uncomfortable times. You know, there will be times where you have to be patient. There will be times where the person has to be patient with you. You know, if you want to spend your life with someone next to you until death does you part, you ain't going to be able to just float through that effortlessly. It doesn't work that way. All right, well, that was kind of weird. That was a bit of a cliffhanger. I feel like I wanted to dig deeper, but it wouldn't let me go any deeper than that. So, is there anything else I haven't read for this month? I did new person. I've done current long-term relationship. Done a lot of singles. Let's take a look at the past person. I haven't done that a bunch. That's probably what I've done the least of. Let's see how things are looking with the past person, last half of February. Ooh, we got that Ace of Cups, though. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. We got to see what else coming through here. King of Wands. Oh, there might be communication. That feels like you, though. Yeah, that feels like your energy. Because it comes out with the Emperor here. Are you reaching out to this person? But then the Ace of Swords reversed. I hate it when that happens. It almost kind of feels like there is communication here, but it doesn't really look like... It doesn't look like, what's the word? A very fluent conversation. It kind of looks a little bit awkward, a little bit weird, you know? That's kind of awkward, weird, nerve-wracking communication right there. And it doesn't really look like it's going much of anywhere. Y'all got some strange energy here today, man. Really weird energy. Yeah. I think you may just end up making the decision to go explore other options. That is what I see more often than not. When you reconnect with a past person, it's usually so that you can let it go and go explore other options. Most of the time. Some of you dealing with a Pisces. I also have Leo, Capricorn, Sagittarius. Speaking of Capricorn, for those of you that dealt with somebody with an addiction issue, no, they are not clean. No, they're not. But whether it was an addiction issue or not, I think you're seeing that this person still has the same demon attached to them that they did when you last spoke, you know? So, at least, I mean, hey, it's better off to have that conversation and see what you need to see than let it linger and weigh on you, you know? Yeah, closing out this karmic tie. Let me see how this person feels about you. Y'all's energies are interesting today, man. Just feels weird. It feels different, you know? I might have to clear the air. How does the past person feel about Aries? Yeah, they feel the karmic tie too. Too afraid to really come forward and let you know exactly how they feel. They know what they want to say to you, though. So whatever is said, however you all end up communicating, it's not random. It's not random. I think they've been thinking up in their mind what they want to say to you, probably for a long time. But, I mean, they haven't grown up. That's the thing. They haven't grown up. Believe it or not, that is one of my more frequently asked questions. Are they ever going to grow up? Have they grown up? I'm not going to say that's my most frequently asked question, but I get that several times a week. I do. And most of the time, the answer is no. I mean, just most people don't change. See, this person's just out trying to find somebody new. Just reaching and grabbing, trying to find anybody they can. You know, they don't care who it is. A new person, a past person, somebody, anybody. Just a faceless, nameless, somebody, anybody. I don't care who. You know, that type of energy. I think the most important thing to note here, though, is that this person has not grown up at all. I think they do want something long-term, stable, and committed, but if they're not growing up, you know, if they're still the exact same person that you walked away from, and that means they're not really at a place to be able to lay a solid foundation with anybody. Anybody. Doesn't matter who it is. Doesn't matter who it is. That's another question I get a lot. Now, I'm not allowed to spy on the close personal details of somebody else's personal private life. But if you were with a fucking toxic, lying, deceitful, cheater, you know, and this and that, and they go off and find somebody new, that ain't gonna, no. They're not just gonna go off and find a happy, successful relationship. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that at all. This individual's a very scattered, scared, immature mess. They need to just slow the hell down and like work on their healing is what they need to do, but they're not. They're just scrambling and scraping, trying to get into some relationship. They don't care who they're with. So, yeah, I'm gonna need to clear the air on this. Oh yeah, that's right. We're going into Mercury fucking pre-shadow. That's right. That's why these energies feel so goddamn weird. Fuck. I forgot all about that, dude. That's why it feels weird. My job is so fucking hard to do during Mercury retrograde. I don't know why. And I'm a retrograde baby, dude. February 5th, 1988, Mercury was in retrograde. And it still fucks me up so bad I can barely string two thoughts together. That's what it is. Okay. Damn, I forgot about that. Shit. Okay, let's get the advice. What's the advice for Aries? Ten of Cups reverse. Ha! You know me. I don't like telling you what to do because that doesn't help you. I'll tell you this, though. If you keep playing the same game you've been playing, you're going to keep winning the same prize you've been winning. It will keep looping around and looping around, especially those of you who have already been on and off with this person. You know, I know somebody personally who's been going through that. You know, on and off and on and off and on and off for years. And it's like, the more you put it off, the harder it's going to be to finally bring it to an end, you know? And it's sad watching that because I know what it's like. I've been there. I've been through that where you walk away from that person and it's a very painful thing to do. You don't want to do it. But if you can just keep in mind that in the long run, I would rather be at a better place 10 years from now than still be spinning in the same circle 10 years from now. You know? I mean, I know how hard it is. It's hard. But especially if you've been on and off with this person 3 times, don't let them show you a 4th time what they've already shown you 3 times. Because they will. I'm all about some second chances, dude. 100%. As long as it wasn't a deal breaker. Everybody should have deal breakers. Just common self-respect. But I'm all about some second chances, but it only takes one. It only takes one. If you give them a second chance, and then they turn right back around and do exactly what they did last time, that's all you need to know. All you need to know. All you need to know. That tells you the circle you're going to be spinning in as long as you keep playing this game. Because what they do is they take that as a sign of weakness. Once you let them come back, they're confident that they know how to manipulate you. So they ain't going to change shit. They know how to push your emotional buttons, you know? And they're going to. And as long as you keep letting them, it's going to be harder and harder to walk away. So I'm not going to tell you not to do it. I'm just going to tell you if you do it again, it's going to repeat the cycle. That's all I'm going to say. Take that and do with it what you will. Sometimes we got to repeat cycles, dude. You know, repeating cycles can create a lot of wisdom. But at the same time, every time you repeat the cycle, it gets a little bit harder to break. So there's a positive and a negative that comes along with it. You come out wiser, but it's harder to break it, you know? All right. What do I look at next? I've done a shitload of singles. Fuck it. Let's just go ahead. Let's look at singles, man. Some of y'all are going to connect with a few different people. Yeah, some of y'all are connecting with a few different people, but nothing that's really sticking. I don't know. I do feel like there's one person in particular that you have your eye on. I think there's one person specifically that you're hoping for. And it seems like the options that are available to you are everybody but them. If that makes any sense. So, I don't know, you may be talking to, dating, hanging out with, considering several different people, while one person is in the back of your mind, for most of you. That may not be all of you, but I feel like for a bunch of you, there's one very specific person that you're hoping for. But it doesn't really seem like that wants to be. It just seems like a very slow week, to be honest with you. Not week, but you know, we're going into fucking retrograde season, man. And that's always slow. It's always slow. There's always little to no action. You know, it's just a plateau, a tense, silent, rough plateau for everybody, you know? So, yeah. I don't know, though. Maybe for some of you, you might go ahead and choose to try to see what one particular individual is all about, but it just doesn't really look like anything's sticking right now. Not really feeling that deep connection with anyone. And I don't know what it is that's causing a blockage between whoever this is that you have your eye on, but there's some kind of energetic blockage there. Man, that's weird. Well, that puts a monkey wrench in my flow. I can't read feelings and intentions if I don't have a specific person that I'm talking about. And with that 7 of Cups, that's multiple people, you know? I might just have to go straight to advice from here. Okay. Okay. Well, sometimes you just got to wait it out, dude. Sometimes you got to wait it out. Like, this is what developing a relationship with the universe is really all about. Like, we always say things like everything happens for a reason, you know, until things aren't happening the way we want. And then things happening for a reason goes flying out the window, don't it? Well, sometimes in life, the universe has you on a path that you don't really want to be on. And it don't matter what you do, you can't get off that path. Now, I got to be careful how I word this, because I never want to advocate that anybody just be lazy. I'm not saying be lazy. I'm not saying don't do nothing. I'm saying if you've done everything you can to get off the path you're on and it ain't working, then that's the universe saying stay put. if you're doing everything you can to try to meet someone and just nothing's sticking, it's the universe saying it's not time yet. You know? And that's kind of what I'm feeling like is going on here, right? With the death card, 2 of Wands, 3 of Wands, right? We're coming up to Aries season here in a few weeks, right? We still got Pisces season to go through, but we're entering into the year of the horse, Aries season. All these new cycles are coming up that we're in the middle of right now. And more often than not, while you're changing cycles, the universe is going to make you stay put. So if you've done everything you can and it still ain't working, then that's when you step back and say, all right, universe, dude, I trust you. I guess this is where you want me. Right? Sucks. I know. Sometimes it can feel like you are stuck between ticks of the talk for eternity, like time is standing still. This too shall pass. It's not gonna last forever. I know it feels like a fucking eternity when you're stuck in the middle of it. See, there it is again, 7 of Cups. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with meeting new people, making new connections. You know, gives you a better idea of what you're not looking for, you know? So, yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I get that question, not all the time, but it's not uncommon a few times a month. Somebody will come to me and say, I keep trying to meet people. I'm on dating apps. I talk to people on social media. I go out and try to meet people and just nothing sticks. What's wrong with me? Nothing. It's not time yet. It's not time yet. Or you're not a vibrational match yet, which that has to do with time too, because shifting into a new frequency, you have to go through a linear process of experiences that lift you up to that frequency. But that's a deeper rabbit hole. I don't need to dig into that here. It's not time yet. It's not time yet. More than likely, as soon as you become distracted with something else, boom, that's when they're going to come in. When you least expect it, like I always tell you. So, I know that's kind of a bummer of a message, but that's the way it be, dude. All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Aries family needed to hear, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, information for personal readings is in the description, all right? I'm out of here now, y'all. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.